All right, well, I'm live on Twitch right now, and the 2026 Pokemon Championship Series information just dropped, so we conceded a game to hop over here to record this. And so, hey, if you're watching this on YouTube later, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all those things. Comment down below what your thoughts are on the 2026 season. This is my blind live reaction. You can see Twitch chat on the other side. So here we go. The 2026 Pokemon Championship Series features several changes that include a modification to the Swiss tournament format, changes to end-of-round procedures for the Pokemon TCG and Pokemon Unite's transition from championship points-based incentive to a brand new regional league structure. What? Okay. All right. So we have, looks like 7 bullet points. Challenges and Cup start date, adjusting Swiss, end-of-round rule change, championship points adjustment, Go Travel Awards, Ace Trainer Program returns, and Unite. All right, we don't care about Unite. This is a TCG channel. Sorry, 2026 League Challenges and Cup start date, start July 1st. We knew this already for the TCG. This is just how it's been the last 2 years. So starting July 1st, challenges for TCG and Go are back, and VG has to wait until September. Okay, and then of course I'm sure the quarter is July, August, September, so on and so forth. So for the VG players out there, womp womp. Adjusting Swiss tournament rounds. After analyzing data from the 2025 season and taking trainer feedback into consideration, the Swiss format used for Pokemon TCG and video game regional championships, special championships, international championships, and world championships will undergo a variety of changes. All age divisions at these tournaments, if they have at least 65 participants, which when haven't they now? Honestly, when haven't they? Will have one additional round of Swiss pairings. This additional round will make it more likely that trainers with records of X2 or better, such as 9-0, 8-1, or 7-2, will reach asymmetrical top 8. This additional Swiss round will also improve the tournament experience as competitors vie for top cut placements and cash prizes in the final matches of the Swiss Phase 2. Makes sense? This is something that, like, if you went in with a lower seed into day 2, even if you won all of your matches, you still had no shot at making top cut. So now with an additional Swiss round, maybe that'll make a difference. We'll have to see. So, you know, who's to say? For most age divisions, Swiss Phase 1 will feature 8 Swiss round tournaments, with rounds scheduled to either conclude on day 1 or continue into day 2 of a tournament. Since this can fluctuate, it's best to review each tournament schedule as provided by the TO. We saw this at Internats this year for juniors and seniors. Juniors and seniors played most of Swiss on their first day, and then the beginning of day 2, they had additional Swiss rounds for the first phase of the tournament, then proceeding into the day 2 portion. In an effort to smooth out tournament proceedings, asymmetrical top 8 will now be capped at 16 total participants compared to the total of 32 from the 2025 season. I don't think we've ever had to do top 32 asym. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I definitely have seen the top 16 asym, but I don't think I've seen top 32 asym. Regardless of the numbers of competitors titled the 8th place point competitor, tournament results and community feedback pertaining to this change will continue to be closely monitored. Yeah, top 16 max. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about that. End of round rule change. This is probably huge. During the 2025 season, when time was called on a round, competitors had +3 turns to conclude their active game. If the active game did not resolve in those turns, then the game was declared a draw and the match concluded accordingly. For example, if one competitor was ahead 1-0, they were awarded the match win, but if the game score was 1-1 or 0-0, the match was a tie. This end-of-round procedure creates complicated situations for event operations since the +3 turns phase of a match technically has no time limit. It has been observed that competitors play differently during overtime and stretch out their turns, making round turnover unpredictable and significantly extending round times. This is true. We see this all the time. We've concluded that the overtime procedure is not achieving its intended goal, with a significant percentage of matches still resulting in a draw after 3 turns. To mitigate these unintended complications, we are implementing the following rules. After time is called in a round, competitors will have an additional full turn plus 1 turn to complete their match. If the active competitor will complete their turn, their opponent will then complete their turn, and if no winner is determined by that point, the game is a draw. An overtime clock of 10 minutes will be instituted for this additional turn, and if play does not conclude within the allotted time, the game is a draw. The overtime clock is intentionally long compared to the average turn length, with the hope that this clause will only trigger in extreme situations where slow play penalties may already be considered and applied where appropriate. Okay, let's break this down. So, plus 1 turn. So we're no longer doing 3 turns. We're doing each player gets a turn no matter what. So if time is called during your turn, you finish your turn. That is it. That's the end of the game for you. Then your opponent takes 1 additional turn. If, as always, if there's no clear winner, the match will end in a tie. And during this, there is an additional 10-minute clock that will be started when time is called. And then if it doesn't conclude within the 10 minutes and the 2 turns during the 2 minutes, or the 2 turns within that 10 minutes, then it is effectively a tie. So yeah, you can no longer play to not lose. You now have to just finish your game. And maybe this is great for things matching into like slower decks like Gardevoir or Dragapult, where they can play around, like so on and so forth. Clam says make all around 60 minutes. I mean, you could be like, all right, you have 50 plus 10. I don't know. So now it's like, so now as a judge, it's going to be like, all right, you have insert time amount plus 1 turn each. So I mean, we'll see what happens. So let's move down to the next bullet point here. Championship point table adjustments. Slight tweaks have been made to the championship points and kickers for grand challenges, global challenges, league challenges, regional, special, and international championship events. Grand challenges and global challenges now provide separate rewards per rating zone to promote more opportunities to earn championship points in smaller rating zones. I don't think this applies to us as TCG players. I think this is specifically, those are VG and Unite and Go. I correct me if I'm wrong, unless grand challenges is something new that we're getting that they haven't fully announced, but I don't think I've ever heard that term. I've heard of global challenges before. I do watch Wolf Glick's videos when he participates in those for VG because they're entertaining. League challenge kickers have been adjusted to better reflect average attendance. I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. More championship points have been allocated to 9th through 64th at championship events. Okay. Go, don't care. Ace Trainer returns, 200 points once again. We'll get you whatever the promo card is. Unite Championship Series Regional League debut. Okay. Unite Championship Series will no longer operate based on championship points and will instead exclusively invite teams through 3 primary methods. All right, this doesn't apply to us. Can now be found on the calendar. Okay, we have a calendar now. We have a season calendar. International Championships return to their host cities from the last season. So LAIC and Sao Paulo, London for EUIC in February, and New Orleans once again in June. We going back to Bourbon Street, boys. Let's get some hype in the chat. Bourbon Street. I'm kidding. Play season committed, blah, blah, blah. Keep an eye out. All right, let's look at the season calendar. We've got Worlds. Hey, we're coming back to Pittsburgh again. Hometown regional. Hopefully it doesn't suck again. September 18th to the 21st. So, hey, you know, I live outside of Pittsburgh, so that's my hometown regional. I didn't have a great time last time, so hopefully we have some fun this time around. Before that, I got a little excited though. We have Frankfurt in Germany as the first regional of the season in September. The same weekend is also Monterrey in Mexico. Then the following weekend, we have, like I just got excited about, Pittsburgh. We've got Milwaukee again, this time in October. Very cool, very cool. We've got Belo Horizonte in Brazil. We got Lille once again in France in October. November, we have Gdansk. And Las Vegas Regional Championship in November. So that might be one that we actually do because shout out to the Dark Side Games homies. We have a Buenos Aires special event. Latin America in Sao Paulo again for LAIC. Stuttgart in Germany in November. We have Birmingham in the UK in January. Meridia once again in Mexico in January. Auckland in January. Santiago in Chile in the February, or in this case, FERB, FRB, FERB. Is that a new month? Is FERB a new month between January and February? Can someone comment on the FERB? And then we have EUIC the week after. We've got Seville Regional Championships in March. Querétaro in Mexico. Mexico's getting a lot of love this time. Very, very cool to see. We have Utrecht once again, or as I call it, urinary tract. We got Lima for a special event, and then we got that New Orleans. We're going back to the Big Easy once again. But yeah, not a lot of North America stuff announced just yet. I'm sure it's going to take them a little bit longer to finalize that, but we are going back to the Berg, hometown-ish regional. I honestly, I'd rather have Cleveland. Like, I might live in Pennsylvania, but I resonate a little bit more with Ohio since I'm on the border, and I would prefer to have a Cleveland regional championships. But you can bet your bottom dollar you see me at Pittsburgh. Even if I don't go to play, I will be there hanging out to see the homies. So come hang out. All right, so this is the whole series, everything. Championship points overview. Earn championship points when you compete in the championship series events. TCG, video game, go, blah, 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 blah. Unite no longer uses points because they're, no one cares. No offense. Sorry, Uniters. Championship points, best finish limit, trainer club account page. We have rating zones once again, and here we go for the qualification. TCG. They are bumping the cap to 135. Juniors and seniors are getting stuck at 80. It's the same for USA, Canada, and Europe. Latin America is just a tiny bit less, 10 less masters, but 50 less seniors and 30 less juniors. Oceania, 10, 10, 20. And Middle East and South Africa, 5, 5, and 10. Additionally, direct invites to championships will be awarded to people who get first at SPEs, regionals, and first through fourth at internationals. Direct invites do not pass down, do not pass go, do not collect $200, go directly to jail. All right, so then we're looking at the best finish limit now. Nope, that didn't take us where we wanted to go. Where am I missing the points payout? Okay. So where am I? I'm missing something somewhere. Oh, I just didn't go I didn't go far enough down, I guess. We can learn about cups, challenges, regionals, internationals, worlds. Okay, so I guess I need to go through each of these pages individually. Here we go. League challenges and league cups. So now there is a kicker. If there are not 4 players, you're only playing for first place. If there's only damn, like that's a lot of our challenges are going to be at least for our locals. They're pretty small, so you can get some points now. I don't remember. I don't pay enough attention. League Cup. Blah, blah, blah. What is the best finish limit, though? That's just the glossary. It doesn't take us to the actual, like, finish limit. Regionals. There's the cash prizes, of course, which is unchanged. Championship points. Best finish limit. 5 shared between regional, special, and international championships. Booster packs. So now they're paying out booster packs all the way down pretty far. This is the same as it was last year. So no changes here. You get 3 play points for playing in regionals, which I think you got 3 before anyways, right? So there's that. What are we? Where's the challenges finish limit? Am I missing something somewhere? Like, did we cover everything? Is that it? Did we do it all? We have all the resources and documents now on one much more cleaner page. Instead of the dated list that it was. So that's a little bit cleaner. We've got erratas. You can download deck lists, legality status on promo cards. Okay, let's see. We can go to TCG local tournaments. I love how they still show Giratina. How it's rotated out. Pre-releases, alternative formats, find a local league. So this is a much more cleaned up website now. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye, YouTube. Everyone say bye, YouTube. Oh, you found it. Never mind. All right, don't say bye, YouTube. Don't say bye, YouTube. Don't say bye, YouTube. Best finish limits is still 4. Okay. All right. Didn't change. All right. Yep. Everyone say bye, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. Wave. Say goodbye to YouTube. It's on the yellow page. Okay. Bye, YouTube.